All right, welcome back. We are back for part number two with my niece. All
Yes,
right,
thank you
let's
so much for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
absolutely. All right, let's talk about Nashville. Best place to eat in Nashville.
Okay, so I have two favorites. My first one would have to be the Pharmacy Burger. I know it's
Okay.
pretty popular.
Yes.
It's my favorite place. It's actually not that expensive, which it's crazy in Nashville because everything's expensive, but you can get a good burger and good fries for like 12 bucks. So it's very affordable for me and my friends to go to because obviously, broke college kids. But that and then Dicey's, which is a pizza place, it is my favorite. Everyone that comes visits me, I'm like, let's go to Dicey's, let's go to Dicey's. It is thin crust pizza. It is so good.
Yes. I came up there and saw you.
Mhm.
It was me, and the wife went up there. Went to a baseball game, went to the race, came to visit you. Yeah, so we went to the pharmacy, went to the pizza place, and it was really good. It was a really good experience on both of those. Um, when you're not busy with school or practice, what are you doing?
Nashville, the beauty of Nashville is there's just so many new experiences that you can have every day. Me and my friends really like to go to Centennial Park, which is pretty popular. We'll walk or we'll just go sit and read, or we'll have a, picnic. Or I'm a Taylor Swift fan, I know, but they have a like Taylor Swift bench, so we'll
Okay.
like to go and see that. Or there's also shopping. My favorite place in Nashville, this is my whole favorite area in Nashville. It's called 12 South, and it's beautiful. It's very bougie. But there's so many stores and so many restaurants and little boutiques, and then we'll have like pop-up shops, and there's like a cute little vintage market that they have there every Sunday. So we like to go and do that. My favorite coffee place in all of Nashville is there. It's called La La Land. It's traditionally from Los Angeles, but their only Tennessee location is in Nashville on 12 South. So love to go there. I actually probably will go there today.
Okay, there you go. That was that. So that was a fan mail question. So that was something that you do for fun. So that's kind of cool to see. Some fun things to do in the city when it comes to coffee and whatnot.
Hmm.
I was curious on my end. So do you cook more at the house, or do you go out to eat more often?
So last year I lived in a dorm, obviously freshman year, but this year I live in an apartment, and I would say it's tricky because we're in like the thick of season right now. So, I come home, I just want to go to sleep, but I usually will cook like a pasta or something that I can eat on throughout the week on an earlier day, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We get Sundays off every week. So Sundays I usually like to cook because I have the time. But I usually will make some sort of pasta dish, spaghetti, Alfredo, something like that, and then I'll just snack on it through the week. And then if we get out, sometimes we get out of practice early. She's been giving us, recovery days where we'll have off from practice. So I'll take those days to, cook and reset and stuff like that. So my cooking skills are improving, but I would say it's a good 50-50 split. I wouldn't say I do one more than the other.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's something that I've gotten better at as I've gotten older is the cooking, which I
Hmm.
like to do the same thing with the meal prep. And I like to make foods with my wife that we do stuff kind of the same way. We'll cook something on Sunday, Monday, and hopefully it gets us through Wednesday or Thursday. That's what we're doing. She's cooking right now upstairs, so she's got some meal prep in the right now going on. So that's
It's tricky to make food for one
oh,
person.
that's true. Yeah.
Like I just cook for myself, so I'm like, I don't know how much I'm supposed to make. And then I make like an entire, spaghetti thing, and I use all of the noodles, and it takes me forever. I have to eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to get through it.
So we'll talk about family. So
Hmm.
do how often do your parents, from Nick and them to Amy and Ryan, or
Hmm.
cousins or friends or family? Or so so do they come often to the Nashville area, or do you go more to them? I was curious on just for me, how that works.
So it's hard for me to travel because I have, games on Saturdays every day. I don't get done until 6. So, I mean, I'll come home if I'm really desperate to come home or if like whatever. We got fall break was I think 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
I came home and we had Monday morning off. We didn't have lift, so I was able to spend the night on Saturday night, hang out all day Sunday, spend the night Sunday night, and then I head back to Nashville on Monday. But they usually will come see me about, once or twice a month, which is really they'll come to a game or my parents were in Perdido Key for fall break when we
Yeah.
played West Florida in Pensacola. So they were able to come over to that game and it's special to get to see my, all my family, everyone I have. Um, Friday, my dad and Carly and my family over there came to the game, and my mom and my stepdad and everybody came. So that was really nice. And then yesterday, my um, grandparents on my dad's side and my two cousins came to the
Oh,
game. So
okay.
it's it's nice to feel so much sport. I'm very blessed with my support system.
Oh yeah. And which if if you live kind of far or kind of where you do, then they can come see you, which is always good.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about some sports in the Nashville area. You're going to the Titans game next Sunday,
I am.
so you can talk a little bit about that. And do you keep up with Vanderbilt? Do you keep up with the Preds? Do you keep up with the Nashville Sounds? What's the vibe like for you for the sports in Nashville?
So, because of, our season being in the fall, I don't really get the opportunity to go to Vanderbilt football games
Yeah.
like I wish I could. But in the winter last year, we went to a couple Vanderbilt basketball games, which
Okay.
was fun. That was awesome. And then our one of our preseason activities. So, we're in preseason. It's all about team bonding and getting to know your team and everything. So we um ended up going to a Nashville Sounds game, which was really fun. And I've never been to any other minor league game other than the Lookouts. And the whole
Okay.
time I was there, I was like, I used to work at the Lookouts. I used to work at the minor league place in Chattanooga. So that was really fun. Their stadium is crazy nice.
Oh
It
yes.
like I don't know. I was just expecting it to look like the Lookouts, and it is bougie in there.
Yeah.
So that
I was there a few months ago. It was cool to see. It's super nice. We're getting a new park here in Chattanooga,
I
so
know I'm
I'm looking
excited about
forward
that.
to seeing how that goes. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to do in Nashville. You got Top Golf up there. You got all these different sporting events. So it seems like it's a big city that's really popping right now. So next weekend you got the Titans game.
Yeah.
Is there something that you do at the Titans games that you look forward to from like the tailgating, or is there anything about the Titans that you looking forward to that game about?
I love the Titans. I've been to a couple Titans games. As a big growing up, we've always been fans. Um, but I'm excited to be able to kind of unplug from volleyball and have like a different, stereotypical experience. And like I don't get to go to football games all that often. So I'm excited to go root on the Titans, and the tailgating will be fun. I don't really know what to expect. I'm hoping it's not too cold.
Oh yeah.
Um I'm worried it might be a little bit chilly. It's cooling down outside, but hopefully not too bad. But I'm really excited. I'm excited to hang out with my family, and my parents came on Friday, but I didn't get to see my little brother, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with him, and you know, I just think that's gonna be some great family time, and hoping hoping they win, but that might be a stretch. I asked my dad on Friday, I was like, "Are they gonna win?" He was like, "No."
One thing I did miss. I will see you next Thursday, I believe at Lee.
Yes,
Yeah, so
at
that's a
least.
road game for you. So I head up there with my wife. We'll head up there after work, and we will watch you play. And looking
That
forward
is
to
my
seeing
favorite
you.
road trip of the year.
Okay, yeah.
I have so many people there. I feel so loved
Okay.
and
Yeah. So, um, which I didn't think about that, but what is one, which I guess is it, but so your one game that's on the road that you really look forward to is Lee. So it's gonna be cool on your end. Well, if I was playing, it'd be cool to go and knowing I've got your brother and your aunt and uncle and all these people coming, the grandparents, mom and dad, all that stuff. So that's gotta be cool as a player. Like I played back in high school, I played sports and whatnot. And anytime you got a game coming up, that's it. It's kind of like a home game.
Mhm.
That's always kind of cool. It might help the bus ride there and back, knowing you got to see all your people.
Mhm.
So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that next Thursday. All
It's so
right.
exciting. The whole day I'm
Yeah.
like so nervous and antsy and I have to make sure
Yeah.
my hair looks great for all the pictures and stuff. So it's so much fun. The whole day I'm like, I can't wait, I can't wait. And then we do gratitudes in the locker room before every game, and that's always my grat. I'm so thankful that I get to see all my family and everyone gets to come watch me play because I don't obviously they don't get that opportunity every day. And it being only 45 minutes from home, like that's incredible.
Absolutely. One thing I was about volleyball I was going to ask. So you've been playing, this season. By this time of year, you ever kind of get like just tired. Well, maybe not tired of it, but like just in your mind, maybe that like it's been a long year. And by this time, as it starts to kind of wind down, what's your thoughts going into as it's almost over with?
So we were actually talking about this. We are in our 12th week of
Okay. Oh yeah.
season right now. So it's very physically taxing. I know like a lot of people on our team are in a lot of pain, and it's hard going pushing your body the way that we
Yeah.
have to push our bodies every day. Um, but I'm feeling the tiredness. I'm feeling the wow, this I'm feeling the length of the season right now. I think everybody is, but you know, we have about 3, 4 more weeks of season. So
Okay.
really just knowing that this is special time that we get to spend together and knowing that this is coming to an end. And, we've had a great run. We are, 11-3 in our conference right now. We're ranked second. We're 17-6 overall. We're having a great season. It's like you don't want the fun to end.
Right.
And, you know, we get to go and work hard every day and we're playing great in games. And it's like, I'm so maybe not nervous, but excited for conference tournament and,
Okay.
getting
Yes.
to face all these teams again and seeing where that's going to end up. So feeling the tiredness, but I'm excited for, how the season's going to end up.
Absolutely. So with that being said, it's been a good year. Playoffs. So let's talk about the playoffs a little bit and how that works. Is that something that you're looking forward to? And what are your thoughts going into playoffs? Of some thoughts of how you're going to do, if you're going to make it all the way you think. You know.
hmm So we, the way that we do our
Yep.
playoffs is we will rank, every single team will get ranked. So I think shortly they'll start announcing who's clinched a playoff position. Because of our previous record, I think we're pretty close to clinching. That should be coming soon. Just because we're 11-3 in conference. And um, so the number one seed hosts, which this year will probably be West Florida because I think they're undefeated in conference. Um, West Florida has won the conference, I think, 7 years in a row. So we're looking to change that this year. And I think it's very doable. But we'll go down to West Florida and it'll be a weekend. We'll have the semifinals, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then obviously the finals. And I think we're really looking to, come for the ring this year. And if you win your conference tournament, you get to go to the NCAA tournament,
Okay.
which is awesome.
Oh,
And it's in North Dakota, I think. So that would be really, really, really awesome. That's really our goal. It's been our goal since day one, and we're coming for it this year.
okay. I like it. That's what I like to hear. Well, that all sounds really good. I got to learn a lot about you just now and how it all works with volleyball, schooling, and bus rides, all that good stuff. So we're gonna do something on the show that I've been doing since it all started. We're gonna do some picks of the week. These are all based in for Nashville or Tennessee. So Oklahoma at Tennessee at night. I was gonna say who you got.
All right, I've got to go Tennessee, obviously.
Absolutely, and I'll pick these with you just for fun as well. All right, so I'm gonna go with I'll go with Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. I've
Tennessee, night game at home, gotta be Tennessee.
got to be Tennessee. Nothing else. All right, let's do the Chargers at the Titans next Sunday. Who you got?
As much as I want it to be the Titans because I'm going to that game and I'm a Titans fan, I'm gonna have to say the Chargers.
See, this is tough because I really want to pick the Titans, but it's like I said on the show, it's a mess, and I think they're gonna have something going their way soon. They got the top quarterback from last year in the draft, and Chargers are probably pretty good. I hate to say it too, but give me the Chargers. All right, that's just part of it. Predators at the Flyers, October 30th. That's just coming up real soon. Hockey is something I don't watch a lot of, but I'm going to cover on here. So more about it. I'll go first on this one. Predators at the Flyers. I'll take the Flyers. That's what I'm going to go with.
All right. Well, I'll just take the opposite and go the Predator. I gotta have some Nashville pride.
Absolutely. All right. So you got Nashville Soccer Club versus Miami, November 1st. I don't know a lot about soccer, but that's something that's going on up there in Nashville. They got a big stadium, and it's the big league. So I'll go ahead and go first on this one. Give me. I'll take Miami. Give me Miami in that game.
Well, the soccer team plays at Geodis Park, which is right next to my school.
Mm.
So that's really cool. And it shuts down everything when they play. And I know they have a lot of fans. So that's cool to see that soccer's so big here. But I'm going to go Nashville Soccer Club.
All right, and then I'm going to see if Vandy. Let's see here. Let's see here. Vanderbilt in Texas next Saturday at 12 o'clock on ABC. Get a little more Vanderbilt pride, get some more Nashville pride going on the show. 10th ranked Vandy versus Texas. So that could be a good one. I'll let you go first on this.
I'm going to say Vanderbilt. I think they have a lot of momentum coming off of this Missouri game they played with College Game Day
Yeah.
being here and everything. I think that they're just going to keep that rolling.
Okay. That sounds good. Texas, they got by this past weekend. They barely snuck out another in overtime. They're a pretty scrappy team. See Vanderbilt, they just took care of Missouri. Now they got Texas. Give me Texas. I'm gonna go Texas. I think it's
Really?
at the home, 12 o'clock, early start. Vanderbilt's got a good quarterback. Pavia's the man. He's a Heisman guy. He likes to strike the pose in the end zone. I don't care for that, but these guys can do what they want to do, I guess. Got any more Nashville teams or anything Nashville you want to talk about?
Um, Honestly, I'm gonna have to pick Trevecca for winning everything.
Okay. Absolutely. And then you got some road games coming up. So hopefully all goes well. What is one sport that you like to support, or any of the sports that you like to support that aren't volleyball, like maybe like the baseball team or the soccer team? Or do y'all have some kind of joint, something that y'all support certain teams and then they support y'all?
So, we have sister brother teams
Okay.
on our school. So our brother team is the men's basketball team. So we will have games where we're required to go watch the basketball games, which I mean, basketball is our main sport at school because we don't have football. So a lot of people go to the basketball games anyways, but there'll be specific games. They'll text our group chat and they'll say, hey, required game, please be here for at least half the game. And
Okay.
so we'll go watch, however long. And then there's games where they will come and they'll watch us. So that's really cool. And then one of my good friends and one of my roommates is on the women's soccer team. So like to go support her and watch those games. But basketball is just my favorite to watch. And so well, I'll go to the baseball games sometimes, but um I really enjoy watching the basketball games.
Okay.
I just know more of the basketball players too. So
Absolutely. All right. That sounds good. We got a little bit of time here, so we're going to talk about uh, we'll talk about Tech football. So they played Syracuse yesterday in
mhm.
Atlanta, and they beat Syracuse. So Tech is undefeated still. So I was going to get your take on if you watch any of these college football games this year for like either Auburn or Georgia Tech. I was going to see you get your college football take so far on the year for those two teams, or teams that you've seen that look hot. I was going to get your take on some college football.
Well, Auburn is not good, but they did sneak a win last night. So
Okay.
that was, good coming off their 4 week losing streak. I know there's been a lot of talk about if they want to get their head coach, Hugh Freeze, out of there. I know a lot of people have been saying that, but I don't know what they're gonna do. They love him. But I know Tech's been hot. There's not a lot of teams that are undefeated still. And then I'm really looking forward to the Texas A&M and LSU game next week because Texas A&M is still undefeated.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see who comes out of that undefeated and then, getting down to the wire. I mean, it's coming to an end soon, so it's just going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's going to be good to see. We already talked about the Titans a little bit. Man, that about kind of wraps up. You got anything else from volleyball or schooling that maybe we didn't go over?
Um, Honestly, not really. I'm so thankful that you brought me on the
Ab-
show. This has been so cool to share kind of what I go through every single day and what I get to experience. I know it's not like playing college sport. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. So,
yeah.
being able to share that is so cool. And, I know you hear a lot of people talking about a D1 perspective, but coming from a D2 school, like seeing how things are different here versus, a bigger D1 school. But uh yeah, I think that's just all I have.
I got a question for you. Do you watch volleyball at different levels? Like, do you watch it if they're playing a
Oh,
tournament on TV, and do you really
we
get into it?
love watching. Love watching high level college volleyball. So Nebraska is like
Mm.
the best. And we got to have the experience to go to a Music City block party, which was Vanderbilt obviously is in their inaugural year for their volleyball team, if you didn't know that. They did not have a volleyball team until this year. Which I think is really interesting. They had it and then they had to cut it due to Title IX. Um, so they've brought it back, which is really, really exciting. And they hosted Music City Block Party, which was in Bridgestone. And it was Indiana, Nebraska, who's the number one team in the country, and Kentucky and Vanderbilt. So lots of amazing volleyball I got to see. I mean, all Americans on these teams, the best volleyball players are on these teams. Nebraska, some of my favorite players, Harper Murray, Andy Jackson, Bergen Riley, some crazy players. There's some players, there's one player on Vanderbilt's volleyball team, Ellie Kinney. She went to my rival high school. I knew her. She went to Baylor, which is GPS's rival high school in Chattanooga, and played against her a lot. And it's cool to see that now she's at Vanderbilt and she's thriving there. And so really just that was a really awesome experience. And then obviously, I mean, you probably don't know this, but Texas A&M and Texas are playing on Friday,
Okay.
which that's a really big game. They're both really good. Texas is multiple time national champion recently, and Texas A&M is hot this year. And then it's also Nebraska versus Wisconsin. That game is going to be amazing. Those are two major powerhouses in volleyball. So Friday is a big, big day in volleyball.
Okay. That's cool to hear all that. So on the next show, I'm gonna have your brother on the show. You got any kind of advice for him for coming on the show? He's gonna help preview the Titans game that y'all are
Hmm.
going to next week. Got some baseball World Series is going on. He plays a
Hmm.
lot of sports as well, so
Yeah.
kind of looking forward to having my nephew on the show and
Hmm.
kind of see how that goes for him.
Well, to Kason, I would just say, just speak truly from your own experience.
Yeah,
Like people want to hear everyone's different perspectives. That's what makes everyone so interesting and intricate and, getting to hear how everyone's different. And, you know, Kaysen gets to play a lot of sports that, I've never played baseball. So it'd be interesting to see kind of like how he feels going into game day and, um, taking on stuff like that and how he's looking forward to coming to Nashville to go to the Titans game and everything. So, you know, but I think he's really gonna enjoy it. I'm excited for him. I can't wait to watch that episode.
yeah, I'm looking forward to getting his point of view on stuff, and not many shows do people come on at his age and
Hmm.
give his point of view on it. And I'm sure I'll learn something today, just or I'm sure I'll learn from him, and kind of like I learned from you today. So that's something I'm really looking forward to that one. That's going to be cool. It's cool to have
Hmm.
both of y'all on here and
Yeah.
get y'all's take. I want to thank y'all for watching this show and also all the other shows that I've posted. That's something new I'm doing. It's definitely something different, and I really learned to really enjoy it. Whether it was me with Seth or me with anybody, and then so just different shows I've been on in the past, and to have my own is just special to me. And one thing I didn't say earlier about the being on flow for you is I'm proud of you of what you do and how you do things, and I hope you the best in this college and then whatever comes next. But it's great to see you play on flow, to be able to watch on TV. It's something that's really special to me, and I'm proud of you, and I believe in you, and just keep doing your thing, and everything else will be good. For those that are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, stuff like that, you can check us out. And any kind of feedback's great. I'm getting better at this thing on my end. Um, yeah, fan mail, stuff like that, which we had some good fan mail this week from my dad. He had some questions for me he wrote down, and I think I got them all asked for you. Yeah, but thanks for joining. It really is special to me to have you on the show as a second guest. And looking forward to what's next. Anything else?
No, thank you so much for having me. I'm really enjoying watching the show every week, and feel like I'm learning a lot about sports and stuff. I'm not the most knowledgeable about football and baseball and NASCAR and stuff, but having a brother and everything and a
Yeah,
dad, nice to have some conversation points. So I'm enjoying the show. You're doing good.
absolutely. Thank you so much. And with that, we're going to say see you in the next.